You're listening to 911 on the Rocks.
It's too late. It's already been pressed. Hello, welcome back to 911 on the Rocks, Fandom on the Rocks podcast. I'm Emily.
I'm Mandy.
And I'm Allison.
And this is season 1, episode 5, Point of Origin. If you know anything about fire, which we should all know about fire by now.
I mean, a little.
This episode is apt. It is what it is. It's on the tin.
It is exactly what it is. It's very Dead Dev Do Not Eat because it's exactly what's on the tin.
Yep. They told you. It's the point of origin.
Point of origin. They told you.
The crew races to an emergency, because they're firefighters, when disaster strikes at an Indian wedding. Abby enlists the help of Buck to try and find her mother, and somehow this episode rundown does not include anything at all about the A story.
For real.
This episode aired January 31st, 2018.
It's like the crew responds to an emergency like they do every episode. Abby sends a group text and Buck responds. Oh, and also we're going to talk about Bobby Nash and his origin story. And also we're going to set up Hen's arc for the rest of the season. My bad.
Yeah. This rundown from IMDb is missing everything that happens. The wedding is like the least consequential thing, other than it sets up the theme of the episode that you don't really know anybody. Remember when episodes had like a consistent theme throughout them?
I love it.
And all of the calls kind of danced around the theme in little ways.
I love it so much. Like the way, as soon as Hen and Athena sat down, I was like, oh my God, this episode is so thematic.
Mm-hmm.
I miss thematic episodes.
Yeah. This episode had a theme and they were sticking to it. And I was not mad about it.
No.
So we cold open at a wedding.
An arranged wedding.
An arranged wedding, yes. We've got a bridesmaid asking a bride if she actually loves the groom, and a groomsman asking the groom the same thing, and talking about marriage is supposed to change you. I'm not going to speak on that because I'm the only non-married person here. Talking about it's a good match. They kind of zip right through the wedding ceremony because it's the cold open and we only have so much time. But then it's time to dance.
It is time to dance. And I don't know, Mandy, if you have thoughts about this. I don't know. Is marriage supposed to change you? Like, sorta, in the way that all big things in your life change you? It helps you figure out your priorities. It helps you have goals and perspectives and, you know, things to work toward, but it doesn't change you as a person.
Tax breaks that single people don't get.
Yeah.
I feel like it changed my life in a practical and legal way.
Same. Yeah. It changed my life in a legal way.
Yeah. No, I don't feel like it changed me as a person at all.
No, I actually don't mind these two because they're both coming at it with, I think, the best attitude that I could ask for an arranged marriage. They're both like, okay, I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm willing to give it a try. This seems like a good thing. He seems like a good man. She seems like a good woman. We're going to give it a shot, an earnest effort. And I'm like, that's all I can ask of you, honestly.
Yeah. These two people we'll never see again.
I think more people in traditional American marriages, I guess, is where I'm coming from. Really, I think they would be much more successful if they came at it from that perspective.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because so many people I know got married like, because he's the love of my life. And I'm like, but are you willing to try?
The love of your life. And this is now your new business partner.
This is now your new business partner. Marriage is a legal arrangement. It is fiscal. It is legal.
Yeah.
Like
if he goes down in flames, you go down in flames. So sorry.
Yeah. It's not about warm fuzzies. The warm fuzzies are great. They're fantastic. But it's about effort and honesty and trust and effort. It's about the effort. You got to be able to try. You got to be willing to try.
Not in this show.
Not in this show. Lissai. It's all magic. Yeah, because we're dancing and it all falls down.
I just wanted to mention that I thought it was either funny or mean that the title of the song that plays first is I Will Drink.
Yes, I also thought it was mean.
Not just kind of like the song that plays underneath the opening is called I Will Drink before the wedding music picks up. And I was like, well, that's rude.
But I only thought it was rude towards Bobby, not rude
Yes,
towards
exactly. Yes.
I was
I
like,
was like,
"Oh, the theme is starting early."
what a way to start the episode. But yes, they're dancing. Everyone seems to be having a fabulous time, and then the floor collapses beneath everyone. Is that a metaphor about marriage as an institution? Who could say?
Who could say?
But it is a metaphor about the construction industry? I don't know. It was all
I
shoddily built. Bad. Anyway, so the 118 rolls up, and I thought it was kind of interesting the way Bobby walked in. Buck was already in there to report to Bobby that there were 16 dead so far. Like, he was there first. I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
not
I
important, but it felt like Buck was already on scene when Bobby walked in.
Maybe Bobby had to go get other orders, maybe Bobby was doing other things, maybe Bobby just needed to take a minute because Bobby needs to take a minute a lot in this episode.
He does.
Quite a few minutes.
He does. Poor man. So we got the husband who seems to be okay, looking for his new bride. He is very distressed, as he would be. Or yeah, Bobby sends Buck up to the broken down roof or top area to rappel down to the top of the debris pile.
He
Very
loves
sexy of
rappelling
him.
down stuff.
He does. But they do find the bride, Savita, who is surprisingly uninjured.
We love that for her.
Yeah. So
Yay.
they get reunited, and let's assume they live a long and healthy life together.
Yes.
Let's just
Someone should get to in this episode.
yeah,
Ouch.
let's just assume that they're all gravy. But that's when Bobby realizes that the third floor that they were dancing on it used to be a second story building, and they just added a floor, so it was the roof, and it all was bad, and it collapsed. So he just attacks the owner of the building, kind of like he attacked Buck the other day.
Yeah. Dad's mad. Dad's real
Yeah,
mad.
yeah, and Hen has to be the one to pull Bobby back, and she says it's been a day since the last episode, since they pulled him off the couch.
Which is after a 2-day bender.
So yeah, so is he still hungover?
Probably.
I would
Yeah,
guess.
He might not be hungover, but I bet you he's still dehydrated.
yeah, he probably doesn't feel great.
No.
And so that's when we get the theme of the episode where Buck's like, "Damn, arranged marriages are weird, you guys." And Hen tells us that, "Does anyone really know anyone?" And then sparkles appear on the screen, and it just says, "The theme."
Imagine committing to someone you don't even know.
Yeah.
Evan, you have no idea.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, my guy.
Buddy, my man.
Buddy Von Broski, my angel,
Buddy,
my darling.
thank you for setting us up for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. But now we
Speaking
finally yes.
speaking of people who I am committed to, despite hardly knowing them,
Besties.
Hen and Athena forever. They are
Yes.
besties, and I love this. I love this for us.
Yes.
This scene
Out
did make me on someone else's supporting storyline entirely.
Yes,
Yes. We got so much lore drop in this.
we
Mhm.
do. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't say out loud that Hen Wilson is looking particularly good in this episode.
She does. I was thinking about her wardrobe in this first season and how I feel
Yeah,
like they tried to make her super butch
they did, yeah.
with her sunglasses and her one
Yeah.
leather jacket. And then they were like, this isn't
This isn't
working.
working.
Like, we don't, or Aisha was like, I want my tracksuits. Or she
Yeah,
was like, I don't care for this.
she gets
Uh,
much more colorful.
yeah, she gets way more colorful and bright. And,
But
but
her
this
at this
first season,
dinner, I was enamored. I was ensorcelled.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
she
a,
did look really good,
she
especially the
did.
entire scene where she's in the sunglasses the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's
different, but
good.
it's good.
It's good.
So they're talking about how Layla, the bully's parents, are going to drop the complaints if the department drops the charges against the daughter. Athena's like, that sucks. And I was like, deal with it.
You were not a professional. Deal with
Yeah,
the consequences.
deal with it. I feel like this would be on her record when she, like, her for season 9 to be like,
For
remember how
real.
you want to be a detective? No. But May is home and doing okay. And that's when
Good.
Athena drops the theme of the episode, and that she doesn't feel like she knows the people she's supposed to be closest to because of Michael, because of May. Harry Whatever, he's a baby.
Harry is a small child, and
Who could know a baby anyway? But we have theme drop, just put that on the table between them. And we get a mention of Hen's home life.
yes. So Athena is like Detective Athena already in season 1, and she goes, "Not yet." And Hen's like, what?" It's like, "Well, you said there wasn't trouble at home yet. Does your wife know about this?" And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh, she has a wife.
She does. She's married. Who
She's
who
married. She has a wife.
she
Mhm.
exists.
What does your wife have to say about that? Great question, Detective Grant."
Yeah, tell us more. And turns out Hen has gotten a call from a women's correctional facility. Oh, a what? And we get this vague talking around someone who wants to see Hen. Oh,
Interesting.
interesting. About, she doesn't want to fight with them, and all this. Turns out Hen's ex is in prison.
Bummer.
Uh oh. And Hen hasn't told her wife, name redacted, still don't know,
Rip.
about the ex reaching out to her yet. And now we know that she has a son named Denny.
You
They
have
just
a
kind of,
wife, you have a son. Look at Hen getting a home life and a
yeah,
family.
yeah, just little drops here. Just like, here's Hen's life kind of blooped on the table.
So, a thing that I really appreciate about the way that this is set up, do I agree with the path that Hen's about to go down? No, because I
No,
think it's terrible. But the
super
whole
dumb.
time, Athena's like, "And what does your wife have to say about that?" And Hen's like, "I just might not tell her
Mhm.
anything," which is like one of the big things that Hen does. That's one of the big, like, character flaws about Hen, is that if she can fix it, she's gonna fix it, and she's gonna fix it alone, and she doesn't ask for help, ever.
Yeah,
If it can get her in trouble, she doesn't wanna say it out loud.
yeah, totally. Even though she
And
knows it's gonna get her in trouble.
even though she knows it's gonna get her in trouble, bad.
Has before, will again,
Ah,
but she still
Hen,
doesn't do it.
Hen.
'Cause we love a flawed female character.
We do. I love Hen, I love Athena, but Hen is about to make some decisions, and Athena sees it all over her face.
Yeah.
Correct.
She's just watching a train wreck happening. She's like, "Well, okay,
Would
go
me
forth."
saying, "Please don't do it," stop you at all? No?
Nope.
Alright. Well, I'm here.
Go forth and have fun. So we get a little glimpse of Buck's home life, and he lives in this frat-ish house. I don't know about you. There was something about this house that is incredibly familiar to me. It's almost like Meredith Grey's house in the early seasons of Grey's Anatomy, but it can't be. But it kind of looks like it. And I want to know if this house is somebody else's set because it bothers me. There's something about it. But he walks in and there's guys playing video games, old pizza boxes. It's gross. You know it smells.
The
And this
kitchen
is
is
where he
full of
lives.
dishes. It's gnarly.
It's bad. This is not the Buck we know with his perfectly curated house.
With his little duck pillow with the cowboy hat.
His cowboy duck pillow. But he gets a text from Abby, sort of. It's a blast of her mom's missing poster. So, of course, he calls her back. She's crying. Patricia's been gone for like 9 hours. He's going to come and help, even though they have a strict phone only policy. And
And I immediately thought of you, Mandy, because we see Abby, and for the first time I go, "Oh my god, look at her overalls."
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. Yes.
She was
Thank you.
real particularly cute this episode.
She really was. Like, I actually had was gonna make a point to say that. Like, this is my favorite look for her so far.
Yeah, it
it's
was
good.
precious.
It's
It was
adorable.
really, really cute.
If I was searching for my mom, I would have put my hair up personally.
Same.
But
Correct.
that's, I don't want it touching me while I'm trying to do stuff. But
Yeah.
if my
Other
hair
than that.
looked like hers, maybe I'd have it down.
Well, because she had her overalls rolled up a little bit so she didn't trip over them, so, like,
Yeah,
practicality a little bit,
practicality.
but
Yep. Yeah, she had her like getting shit done outfit on, and it was very
she did.
nice.
It was adorable.
But now we have to come back to Hen and her bad decisions.
She's just making my way downtown to horrible choices. I'm Henrietta Wilson.
And one of her bad choices is a woman named Eva,
Hi, Eva.
who's a white woman with cornrows, so she's bad.
She's a
Eva.
very Piper Chapman there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and she calls Hen baby, even though they
No.
are not together,
Stop it.
and it turns out it's been a year since Hen has visited the correctional facility, and she's like, "Oh, you got a wife? Okay," and she asks about Diesel, which is what they call Denny, their son. Still don't really know how this child is in the mix of these women.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, not actually knowing how this turns out, that she's the biological mother of Denny or Diesel.
They will tell us.
They will
Okay.
tell us how this child has come to be.
Yes,
Ah,
they will tell us.
Yeah. And Hen is trying to play it cool. She's like, "You are not my girl."
I have a
And
girl. She's at home. Name redacted.
Ava does not like this, but she's, she has a point, and that is her parole hearing is coming up, and she wants Hen to vouch for her at the hearing because she is a person of good standing in the community. She is a firefighter. She looks fly in her uniform, and that would put her over the top for this parole hearing. And Eva's like, "I've changed. I am not the person I used to be. I haven't gotten to a fight in days."
I took some accounting classes and
Yeah.
passed them, I think.
I think, yeah. She feels unreliable,
Yeah.
and I think we're supposed to think she's unreliable based on her demeanor and acting choices and the
yeah.
way Hen reacts to her.
No, she does not give trustworthy future citizen vibes.
But she's not supposed to, so it's okay.
Yep. So this episode is a bit bouncy because now we come back to Buck and Abby. Our sweet friend Carla is the one who answers the door, and poor Buck is like, "Abby?"
Question mark?
Because if you've forgotten, Buck has
Yeah.
not seen Abby in person yet, which
Part of me just really wants to follow the alternate universe where that is Abby.
or where Carla's like, "I'm gonna get this one," and she's like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I am Abby.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
You're
me.
you're right. It's me." And she
Now
catfishes Buck for a month.
so something I love about Carla is like, so Abby actually makes her way to the door, and Buck and Abby have this star-crossed, shiny eyes moment. And Carla is just watching them like a shark. She's watching them
Yeah.
like we watch them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's just RPFing right before our very eyes. And let me tell you how this is not the last time she'll do that.
Nope. It is not.
Yeah, Carla is very invested. She's she's a gossip.
She is.
She loves a romance storyline that plays out in front of her.
Where's the fic of Carla having been writing, like, the Buck and Eddie romance the entire time and just posting it on LiveJournal or Twitter?
That would have been
I haven't seen any of those. I feel like I have read one that is Ravi.
He hasn't been around long enough.
No, but that
He's a
I think it's Ravi, it might be May. It's Ravi who is posting on AO3 like all of the ridiculous shit that they're doing.
No, because he hasn't been around long enough. He doesn't know the lore.
It's true, he doesn't know the lore.
And he doesn't have
It's
the
gotta be Carla.
vibe of, like, a wine mom in a robe in a bathtub. Like, her husband is finally asleep. She's home, finally getting to relax after a long day on LiveJournal or Twitter being like, "And then these two motherfuckers."
So I know what Emily's writing this summer. Fantastic.
I have too much to do. I need this hiatus to be longer to give me time.
Honestly, same.
Like, oh
Let me
no,
recover.
yeah, I need 4 or 5 solid months of no new content just to give me some time.
Well, unfortunately, upfronts are soon.
That's different.
That's different.
That's different content. That's unrelated. Okay, so Buck is like, "There's a problem. I'm gonna solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it." So he jumps right in because that is what he does. That is his mission in life, is to be a helper, even if maybe that's not his job. And he is like, Abby's got this whole spread on the table of maps and a computer, and she's like, if she's doing a math problem, if Patricia can walk 3 miles per hour for 9 hours, here is the radius of findable space. And I went, nope, tapping out. That's too many
And
miles.
I wish that every kid who's ever thought, "I hate word problems, they're so stupid," looked at that and went, "Oh, look, a practical application."
Yeah, for sure. Practical application of math. Yep. And a practical application of a drone, like the one time.
yeah.
For real.
Just this is what a drone is for, right? Not like spying on your neighbors and dropping bombs, like finding people who are missing.
Yeah,
And
could
dogs.
be
Apparently they're doing it with dogs now
Yes.
too. I love
nice.
that.
We know
Um,
that because Teen Wolf does that.
this is true. This is
Teen
true.
Wolf does that,
Yep.
except that they're people, but they've got dog sniffers.
They're people, but they're dogs.
They're people, but they're
The thesis
useful
of Teen
in chaotic
Wolf.
situations.
So they're gonna she's like, but Abby's a little panicky, like that. How are we gonna find her in all of Los Angeles? And Buck is like, 1 mile at a time. Cause he is that guy.
Yeah, he's
He's
trying.
trying.
For a
He's a
guy who desperately wants to have sex with Abby Clark, he is
Yes.
doing so good about,
okay.
like, not putting his hands on her, about not like, he's doing so good. I'm so proud.
I mean, I'm gonna come back to this at the end of the episode. But yes, he's doing
Yeah.
very good. Doing less good is one Mr. Bobby Nash.
Sitting in the most beautiful church in all of the world.
I love this set. I mean, I like churches as architectural structures, and this is a good one. This is beautiful.
I hope it's a real place that we can go to see.
To desecrate with fandom.
To sit in
Is
that
this the
beautiful
911
light,
church?
bro. I wanna sit in the light.
The light of the Lord.
The light of Bobby Nash.
The light of Bobby Nash. Oh my god, is this where Father Brian's at?
Oh my god. Father
You're
Firework. Amen.
I was gonna say, you're just in there and you slowly play firework while sermon get kicked out of a church again.
Absolutely.
So he is having a little, what, weekly, daily? Who knows how often he sees Father Brian?
Often enough.
Often enough. Father Brian sees him coming and he's like, fuck.
Fuck.
So he's talking about wanting to shield his crew from his personal damage. But it's getting a little hard to withhold from the 118 because they trust him to carry them through fire. But there are things that they can't know about him. And then Father Brian's like, "Oh, that you relapsed?" And he's like, "That I murdered my own family."
Murderer.
Ball
That's a
drop.
mic drop.
What an amazing bit of backstory. I think this is incredible for your main character to have done this. Now, I think it disappears as a backstory when you kind of think about Bobby Nash as a character. You're like, hey, remember how he killed 148 people? But
No. He atones. It's cool.
he does. But it is crazy
Yeah, a little
that
bit.
the backstory of the lead character of your wee woo show caused the deaths of 148 people.
Including his wife and 2 small children.
And the end result of that is a fan going, "That's my peepaw."
Yep.
That's wild. Normally, he
A
would
little
be
bit, yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
sued
kinda
out of the state. Like,
After watching the episode, I was definitely left wondering, why is he not in prison? And
I
how did he retain this job?
we can explain the retain well, we can't explain it. There is an explanation for retaining the job. Not
Yeah.
being sued into oblivion, I don't know.
Well, okay. Here's the deal.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, so
okay, so the deal, to the best of my knowledge,
we're not at that episode yet.
we're in this
Right.
episode where we see what happens. Bobby did not set the fire on purpose.
He did
Mhm.
not.
Was he stupid? Kinda. But he did not
Yes.
set it on purpose.
I would say negligent.
Negligent.
Yes, negligent homicide, I'll give you.
Yeah.
But, like, this was, if I were the self-flagellating Bobby Nash, yes, I could absolutely blame myself for this. But space heaters cause fires all the time.
Okay, so there is involuntary manslaughter
Yeah.
and negligent homicide. And involuntary manslaughter usually involves a conscious recklessness, which means you know the risk.
But
Couldn't
under
you
the
say
influence
you
of
know the risk? I don't know
under
that
the
being
influence of drugs, he wouldn't know the risk.
I
Not
don't
like that.
but I don't think that's not a justifiable reason. Just because you're on drugs doesn't take away the culpability.
It might, depending on what your mental state is.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer,
I'm also not a lawyer, I don't know.
but I don't know that being high gets you out of murder, because otherwise people would just be high all the time committing murder.
It's homicide, it's not murder. Those are 2 different charges.
Sure, yes.
But yes, Bobby definitely played a role. He did not play as quite a big a role as he thought.
Okay, drunk driving gets you involuntary manslaughter, and being drunk is being high. You're out of
Yes,
and
but
that
I think there's a difference between getting intoxicated and getting in a car versus getting drunk or getting high and then turning on your space heater.
maybe,
Like, the risk there should be different.
maybe.
But yes,
I'm just it's very curious that he gets away with murder. He
he
gets
really
away
does. He
with
he kinda gets away with it.
manslaughter
Yeah, for
or
sure.
homicide. Who could say?
Who could say? They don't.
They don't.
Where's
I
the
think they
court
don't
room?
say so that he gets to be our main character, because if he gets
Correct.
charged with anything, he doesn't get to be our peepaw,
Correct.
because what he gets to deal with is internalized guilt, and then he gets absolved of it. If he gets charged with a crime, we don't, get to get absolved of it.
Then he gets to go hang out with Eva at the correctional facility.
The women's correctional facility. So we mic drop. Father Brian's face is shocked, we say?
Shooketh.
Shooketh. Flashback, St. Paul, Minnesota, 5 years ago. Our peepaw in his car. It's freezing cold. He is drinking from a flask and taking a breath mint? Popping pills
Yeah,
and taking a breath mint? Could be both.
something, something. Yeah.
And then he goes home. He's got a nice little apartment. You know, it's a very stark contrast from the apartment that we see him in LA. He's got 2 kids running up to greet him. He's got a wife that comes to give him a kiss, who notices the smell on his breath
The sun.
because she's waiting for it.
Yeah.
She is not happy with him.
No.
I don't think she's been happy with him for a long time.
Correct.
It seems like he's late coming home. He is still a firefighter. And she's like, "Will you at least go help the kids get ready for bed?" And while they're brushing their teeth, he falls asleep on the toilet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that. Maybe once,
I
but
I
can
mostly that's period
pretty
pain
confidently
related.
say I've never done that.
Yeah, and the kids notice, because kids notice
Yeah,
fucking everything.
because kids notice everything.
They are the biggest spies on the planet. They notice everything. And so they get into bed, and the son, the third?
I
Nash?
guess, yeah.
What's his name?
Bobby it's Bobby Jr., but
Yeah, but he's Bobby Jr. Bobby the third? Isn't
yeah,
Bobby isn't Bobby Nash Bobby Jr. himself?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Okay. He's like, "Oh, is your back hurting? I can always tell if your back is hurting," because kids in movies are very perceptive in the way they talk. Bobby gives him some platitudes of like, everything's good. Everything's all good.
Everything's gonna be
It's gonna be
fine. It's
fine."
fine.
And back out in the living room, Bobby's like, he tells his wife Marcy that even though he came home late and it's cold and dark, he is gonna go out for his nightly walk because Bobby has back pain.
I
Which,
mean, same.
yeah, same buddy, don't we all? Which I don't think we ever hear in LA, do we?
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
And Marcy's like, "You need to go see a different doctor. You shouldn't still be hurting. This is crazy. Don't go.
Yeah,
Don't do
please
it.
don't go.
Please don't go do that," because she knows that that's not what he's doing. Because, of course, she knows.
Yeah, because the wives in media can sometimes be very perceptive.
Sometimes. Because what he's doing is taking an elevator down several flights to an empty apartment in the same building with a gas lamp, a gas heater, a sleeping bag, pills, and liquor. And it's
What
very sad.
what a confluence of events, Robert.
Yeah,
So, like,
Robert Bobby
at this
Nash.
point at this point, I had so many questions. Like, is he renting a full second apartment?
I wondered this too because he had keys to it.
Yeah, he
And
had
in that
keys to it.
case, does his wife just have no idea of their finances? Like, did he open a separate bank account? How much do firemen make that he can afford that?
Or how much is rent in
Yeah.
Minneapolis?
I think these are all questions that should be asked of the scholars on AO3.
Part of
Yeah.
me was wondering if, like, he just stole and made a key to that apartment knowing it was
See,
unrented.
that would make more sense considering he doesn't have heat.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, he
there's no
doesn't have heat
amenities,
or
yeah.
electricity.
yeah.
Let's go with that because otherwise he is paying
Right.
rent,
Yeah.
double rent on a drug den, and that
Which feels
is
extra yucky
yeah, it
for our
does feel
peepaw.
for people. And I don't know if Marcy works, so are they doing
Yeah.
this on one salary?
Mhm. Yeah. That's
That's
when I was
bad.
like, surely she would know if something that big were coming out of, like, a shared account.
Yeah. Also, his dad's name was Tim.
Ah, yes. Okay. So no, Bobby
So
Jr. is Bobby Jr.
Bobby Jr. is Bobby Jr. Timothy P. Nash. Oh, okay. So he's got this drugged in. He falls asleep because, of course, he
Well,
does.
he's tucked up by the fire. He's got buzzies through his veins. I would also be falling
He's
asleep.
he's real high and tired. And when he gets back, he, wakes up. It's not a good time in the morning. And when he gets back home, Marcy has been waiting for him. And she's like, fuck this. You have been lying to me for months. I know you've been getting high again. And thankfully, he admits to it
Yeah.
because that's the plot of the episode. And he's like, yeah, anything to make the pain go away. It turns out at some point in his past, he had a broken back.
Ow.
And then he took another fall like 10 months ago after the broken back and got another prescription, which seems slightly, I don't know, inappropriate, but it didn't seem like he had a drug addiction before that.
No
Hard,
idea.
hard to say. But he got
Hard to
another
say.
drug, he got a prescription and he thought he was handling it, but he was not handling it. And we'll find out later that alcoholism does run in his family. So this, it's there for him. And he has this kind of rambling diatribe about how this isn't him. This is not me. That big, strong firefighter who handles everything, that's me. This is not me. And we will see this speech later.
Yeah, we sure
So,
will.
watching this, I, like, was a little confused as to what he's actually addicted to because she asks if it's heroin and he doesn't deny it.
We
So
don't know.
is he supposed to be out there, like, hitting, like, any drug anyone offers him?
It kind of seems like it. So it
Yeah.
sounds like he's definitely drinking, or obviously
Yeah.
he's drinking. And then it sounds like he started on prescription pain meds and then moved on to
Mhm.
what he could get his hands on that matched the high. But because it at the time was a Fox show at
Yeah.
8 o'clock, they were not gonna show him shooting up.
I mean, that makes sense.
But you never really find out what he was doing beyond Oxy. But the assumption is kind of like whatever a firefighter could get,
Yeah.
which maybe was stuff out of the truck. Who knows?
Which
Mhm.
maybe was stuff out of the truck.
Because they're gonna
Okay.
repeat this in 9 years.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, remember this speech, "This is
Yeah,
not me." Just
this is not me.
hold on to this, copy paste this somewhere, and
Okay.
we're gonna come back to her. But Bobby's gonna go back to rehab, he's gonna be better, and Marcy's like, "Just go somewhere else tonight, I will forgive you for this," and that broke me, I was like, "God damn it, don't do that."
I think that was a good line.
That was a great line because it's like, you don't have to hold the family together, like, I get that you love him, but, like, think of your children. Not tonight. So Bobby leaves, goes back to his drug apartment, but he has forgotten his keys. So he somehow is able to get to the roof. I think this is because it turns out this apartment building is a piece of shit.
Yeah, for
So,
real.
like, nothing is locked, nothing is inaccessible. And then we see that jank ass heater give a little spark.
The,
This episode did
which
really well with some little, like,
Yeah.
cut to black moments of, like, little spark.
Well,
the apartment being described as that cheap also confused me because I'm like, so wait, so they were poor enough that they were living in a cheaply made apartment, but he had enough money that he could rent 2 of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've
I'm
already been over that, but this was the second time when I was like,
yeah.
"Wait,
I
I
am
don't
gonna
under."
I'm gonna assume that he was just squatting.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That's also what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we cut back into a 911 call. A building is on fire, and Bobby is asleep on the roof, but the sirens wake him up, and his whole ass apartment building is on fire. Oh, shit.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and again, because it's a cheap ass building, all the doors are just, like, open. There's no fire doors, and the hallway is engulfed. A man just bursts out of nowhere completely ablaze.
Do you know who that man is? Because
No.
that is a famous man. He's actually on the
Really?
credits. Yeah, on, IMDb, I guess,
I
and
do
then I clicked,
not.
Oscar from The Office.
Oh, is it really?
Oscar Nunez, yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god. Well, bring his
I
ass
was like,
back.
he's credited, but I was like, I don't remember seeing him anywhere.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Incredible. Well done.
Yeah.
Incredible. You know what? Plus firework.
Yeah.
Applauses all around. I love him.
Mhm.
I was more like, God, that's a lot of fire for that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay. I don't think he's gonna be because that looked
He's
bad.
not.
Bobby gets to his apartment, tries to kick the door in, but thematically, the floor collapses underneath him, sending him down to the next floor. He can't get there before the firefighters come and haul him away.
And the whole time, he's just, like, yelling at the firefighters, "Give me your gear, give
Yeah.
me your gear." And they're like, "Are you fucking stupid? Get out of
Mhm.
here."
I might have led with "I'm a firefighter."
Yeah,
If
same.
Or like,
if
I'm
he
the
did
captain
wanna
of your house.
Yeah.
like
Robert Nash, insert station name here.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
live in this building.
that
Give
might
me
have
your
been
fucking
slightly
keys.
more convincing than just give
Yeah.
me your gear.
Yeah, because they were like, "No, weirdo."
Yeah. He's, like,
Because
trying to, like, do, like, one single pull up on top of the back to the thing.
because in another season, they would have given him gear.
Correct.
Because 'Cause we'll do something like that later. Someone
We'll
else
we'll
is
do
just
something like that later. Like,
someone else is just gonna rock up to a incident and get some gear.
yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. You just gotta tell them that you know how to use it.
Yeah. So we cut back to the church, and we find out that, yes, the building was a death trap. Sprinklers weren't even hooked up, and Bobby's like, "I was too high to notice, and maybe I would have if I hadn't been, but I didn't." And 148 people died, and Bobby takes responsibility and blame for all of them. And what number is written in his little black book?
Responsibility, but only in the emotional way, not in the legal or
Yes, this is
financial
true.
way.
He is not giving compensation to the
Yeah,
family of the dead. Yeah, this is
but
true.
I do believe that the emotionally he's doing that.
Yeah.
Yep. And Father Brian is like, "Well, that is quite the burden to carry all this time."
Not
But
wrong.
you're not wrong. And he's like, you know, your friends should trust you and see you. You're allowed to be human, even after all of that." And part of me is like, I mean, that's a big thing to tell your friends
A big thing to tell your
and,
friends.
and the people who work under you. Like, hello, welcome to the quarterly
Wow.
shareholders meeting. I did cause a fire that killed 148 people. And now
Which
the
is
next
why he
slide.
doesn't wanna tell them,
And
obviously.
this is why he doesn't want to tell them. Yeah. So he's got some thinking to do. And Father Brian probably also has some thinking to do about his career path if he wants to hear these kinds of stories from people moving forward and take them into his day as Bobby Nash's, I guess, de facto therapist.
His personal religious therapist.
Yep. And onto a park we go with a woman we have not met before.
Hark, a
Hark,
stranger.
a wife.
I love her already.
Yes.
Yay!
We have a Karen,
Hi,
a good
Karen.
Karen, but a Karen with shorter hair.
With much shorter hair, yes.
With much shorter hair. This is Hen's wife.
So we've met Hen's ex, and we're like, "Huh,
Yeah.
could she perhaps have done better?" And then we meet Hen's wife and go, "Ah, yes,
Yes,
she
she
has
did.
done much
She
better."
did. Yes.
She can do better. For sure.
Karen Wilson, my most beloved.
Yep. Here she is. And she is a delight. She's so no nonsense. Having a serious talk at the playground because Hen has to be like, "Listen, Ava called." And Karen is immediately like, "Great, that bitch." And did you tell them to
Yeah.
lock her up forever?
Karen doesn't like Eva
No.
I
at all.
can already understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Mhm. And Hen's like, I think maybe Eva's been trying. I think maybe she made an
Mhm.
effort." And Karen's like, "So you've seen her? You saw her? Oh, you saw her.
Karen
Oh,
Karen is
oh,
one of those very perceptive TV
Yeah,
wives.
yeah. Oh,
that
so
was
you you saw her. Okay. Mhm. So she's already got you sneaking around, not telling me what you've been doing. Okay.
Okay,
Great,
cool.
great, great, great,
That's
great."
fine.
And Hen's like, "Well, we just, we don't want Eva to be vindictive because we don't want her trying to get back into Denny's life somehow." And you can just see Karen's wheels turning of like, "That's not how this is gonna go though, is it?"
Yeah, Karen's the smartest person in the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm immediately on her side.
Yes,
She's an astrophysicist.
correct.
Oh, nice.
She's actually the
Doctor
smartest person.
Karen Wilson.
Mhm. I think Karen spends a lot of time thinking about the 118 of just like, "Why do I know these people?
Exactly.
Why am I babysitting these idiots?" Like, sure, they know, like, the PSI of a hose, but I should be on Mars. But yeah, she's not happy about this Eva thing, and who could blame her?
Who could blame
Yeah.
her?
Yep. So we've got trouble brewing with Hen and Karen and this Eva thing and this unseen Denny and who he is to all of them. But I don't know if he's
We
been
don't see
cast
Denny
yet.
in the park?
No, I don't think you do.
I
Do you
think you
see
see
his
Denny in
little
the
do you
park.
see his little blob in the background?
No, I think you do. I think you see him climbing
No.
across
I
some of
wasn't
the playground
Yeah,
equipment.
they
I
show the
wasn't
kids
looking
that
for
I've seen.
him.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Denny's actually at the park and you
Okay.
see him, but they don't point him out and be
Yeah.
like, "This is my son, Denny."
I wasn't
Like,
looking for him, so I was just like, let me focus on the adults here."
yeah, no, I think Denny's at the park.
Okay. Well, he will be
But again,
around.
they don't, like, introduce him. I think you just kind of have to know implicitly, like, "Ah, there is a child. That might also be the same person."
That must be for
Like,
them. And now we have to
yeah.
go to Buck and Abby's worst date. Worst first date ever.
But they're still pretty cute.
They're
Uh,
adorable. I
having
love them.
a very strange conversation
Yeah.
where Abby's like, "Yeah, I haven't been on a date in a while," which to me is, yeah, you've been taking care of your dying mother. You
Yeah.
got out of a
Yeah, and your
long.
your fiance dumped you and your mom's dying in your house.
Yeah.
Of course you haven't been on a date.
Yeah.
And
And Buck does not understand this.
no, no, because to him, a while is like a few weeks.
Yeah, at best.
And she's like, "No, a year." He's like, "That's not possible. Who do you have sex with?" And I was like, "You're not dating the people you have sex with. You're just hooking up in a fire engine. That's not a
Yeah.
date. What are you talking about, you idiot child?" And then I was like, "You
Yeah,
need to watch the road. You've been staring at her for like 3 miles.
Yeah,
and
that was
she's
not safe
beautiful,
driving.
but look at the road.
I need you to look at the road." But then because he has a police scanner in his fuck ass Jeep, because of course he does,
Because of course he does.
they hear a call about a kid in a swimming pool with down power lines. And it's Abby who's like, "Well, we have to go do that. We're like 2 blocks away. We have to go." So they do.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? I mean, yeah, let's go do that.
Let's go do that.
So a van has crashed into a power pole trying to avoid a motorcyclist, knocked down the power lines into the pool, electrifying the water. There's a kid on a floaty. I think a dead guy in the water.
Yeah, a dead guy in the water,
Yeah,
the Manny.
the Manny. I
Oh,
was
the
like,
guy is
"Oh, how,"
definitely dead, yeah.
because like he's like, "Oh, if you touch the water, you're gonna die." So I was like, "Oh, so he's dead, just
He's dead,
floating."
dead.
I liked the dad who came running, and Buck fully tackled his
Just
ass.
tackles this guy.
Yeah. I was like, "Okay, well, that had to hurt, but great." Buck's first instinct is to ride another floaty out into the water because he's stupid and I love him.
And
He's so
Abby's
stupid.
like, "You do that, you're gonna die. Are you an idiot?"
Yes. Yes, and Abby's the one to be like, "Look, it's a rubber hose. Let's use that." And I do get that they're using this to be like, "Look, Abby's smart too and good at solving problems." Like, great. This is I absolutely. So they use this hose as a line to pull the girl, have the girl pull herself to the edge of the pool. And I just kept noticing that Oliver Stark can Asian squat all the way to the ground,
He's
despite
very
his
flexible in his
despite his
ankles.
9-foot legs. Like,
His ankle
I did
mobility
not
is
notice that.
incredible.
yeah, the ankle mobility is enviable because I cannot. And I was like,
Me
damn,
neither.
your knees are in your ears. Jesus Christ. But yeah, they rescue the girl, and there's still a dead guy floating in the pool.
But
And
the other firefighters show up and they can deal with the dead guy in the
they
pool.
can't. They
I
this is on them now.
I was a little confused at how Buck and Abby just, like, walked away. Like, surely there would be some, like, paperwork
Some
or something involved.
paperwork. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Buck rolls into work the next day and Bobby's like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
Evan."
Were you at a scene and you just left? Like, yeah, I was on a
Yeah,
date.
why?
just rolled out.
Like, get back here, sign all this. Like, oh fuck. Yeah. You had to give a report. Like, did I?
Did I?
Ever given a report before? Never? Uh-oh.
Never?
You've got a year of paperwork to do, my kid.
All right, Proby, let's go do paperwork.
Yeah. He's probably still a probationary firefighter.
He's probably still a probationary firefighter for sure.
Fired. So then they like do like a little good job hand clasp, and Buck kind of like
Oh,
lingers on the handhold.
Because in the car earlier, Abby is talking about, like, because Buck's like, you haven't had sex in a year, not even with yourself." And she's like, "I didn't say that, but I'm really more of a skin contact,
Mhm.
skin to skin kinda girl." And so Buck grabs her hand and is, like, real touching at her, like, wrist and her hand to give her more skin time, and I'm like, "Buck."
Buck. Buckety boy.
Oh, that was really cute.
It was
That was
really
really
cute.
cute.
Yep. He's a good dude.
He's a good egg.
Yep.
He
And
doesn't
the
even have sex with her or her mom.
he does not.
Yep.
And now they're back in the car. It's dark, so I guess they've been driving for hours, and then he brings the hand thing back up. I guess he's been thinking about it the whole time?
Yep, the whole time.
And he was like, "I'm gonna monologue at you while about that because I've been thinking about it." And he talks about how he was, like, so shaky after the first calls, but your hands weren't shaking at all because 'cause you're a badass.
'Cause you've been at this for a while.
Yeah, she's a professional. And she's like, "But I feel so calm around you."
Girl.
Girl, stand up. He's a toddler. But then luckily Athena calls because someone brought someone matching Patricia's description in a county general 20 minutes ago.
Yay.
Woohoo! And Athena's there with Patricia and a bunch of dudes, and she made it all the way to South LA.
That is
I
quite the
mean,
hike
That is
that Miss Patricia just went
cold
on.
in the heat, in her nightie and her
Who's to say? But
um
some very nice guys found her.
yeah, and they're giving tough guy, but actually sweetie,
Yeah,
and
because one of their grandmas had dementia, and it's
mhm,
like, I recognized it, and it doesn't get any better from here.
no,
His
no,
abuela, his abuelita,
yeah, and
poor abuelita.
it's a bummer. I kind of feel like they would have kept Patricia overnight for monitoring, and
You
yeah.
would think.
especially because it seems like it's the middle of the night, but they don't. They
Yeah,
send her home.
they don't. It's cool.
So we get back to the house, and while I guess Abby's tucking Patricia into bed or whatever, Buck's kind of waiting, and Patricia's like, "Is this Tommy?" And that fucking killed me.
I laughed so hard.
I had a giggle, especially because I refuse to believe that storyline was ever planned out.
I will never stop laughing.
It's so stupid. And then Buck so politely introduces himself to her as like, "It was so nice to meet you, Mrs. Clark." Like,
He's so
Okay, bud.
awkward without realizing it.
be kind to her. Okay. But then he has to
Okay.
ruin
Love
the
you.
moment with his like, "That's the most amount of time I've spent with a woman I wanted to have sex with without actually having sex with her." Like,
Good
bro,
job. So proud of you, I think.
4 hours? What are we talking about here? Like,
Gold star.
why are we doing this? Um, yeah, I mean, I know this is Buck 1.0, and I love Buck 1.0, but it actually felt a little out of place in the moment.
Yeah.
A little out
Yeah.
of pocket,
Yeah,
but
it felt like that line could have been delivered somewhere else and not literally having rescued someone from dying on the streets of LA.
yeah, but also she wasn't totally put off by it. She was kinda
She
into it.
she was not that put off, yeah.
He is
So I
very
think it
like,
really worked because she was not
yeah.
totally off put by it.
Yeah, and she's like, "Well, okay, we're gonna go back to being phone buddies because I do like hanging out with you, and if we do that, sex is gonna happen."
Yeah.
So,
Mistakes will be made, Abigail.
Abigail Clark. And they have a little hug, and I couldn't help think about how season 9 Buck would have swallowed her whole.
Correct. Completely swallowed her whole, but also such a good hug. Such a beautiful hug. They're, like, tucked into each other. It was so precious. I was very soft for it.
Yeah. And then she kinda ruins it to be like, "Don't go have sex with some girl on Tinder." Like, well, are you
Like,
exclusive?
yeah, exactly. That was my question. I'm like, "Okay, so hold on, Abby. If you don't have to have sex with him, that's completely
Yeah.
fine. But if you're not exclusive and you haven't made this arrangement, like, you don't actually get to tell him that."
Yeah, like, I don't
I
think you
feel
get to
like
tell him what to do.
he has sort of expressed to her not really liking how he's been with women like that, though. Because, like, in
Yeah,
the
it's
previous
true.
episode, he says he wants to, like, keep talking because otherwise he'll have sex with her. So I feel like she has a little bit of right to, like, not tell him he can't, but remind him of his own words.
Yeah, that
Sure.
I suppose that's fair.
It's fair, but I was still like, let's not
There's
slut
my
shame."
Abby Clark defense.
Hey, you know what? Somebody's gotta do the work. I'm very grateful.
I was like, don't slut shame my favorite slut on this show.
He's such a slut, and I love him so much.
That's my slut. And he's like, I'm gonna.
I appreciated going an entire episode without having to wonder what he's doing with the condoms, though. Didn't have to ask that once
Well,
this episode.
Yep.
not once, because
Yeah.
later in the episode, we don't need to deal with that.
Nope. Sure
Yeah.
don't. Do you think like when he pops open the oh my god, I almost said dashboard of his Jeep. I can't think of the word.
The hood,
No. My god, you reach
Glove
over the
box?
side, you open the glove box. Thank you.
the box.
Yes.
I was like, what part of the car are you going for, Emily?
I don't know anymore. Is it either like a clown box of condoms or is it just empty?
It's empty
It's empty.
It's half condoms, half plan B.
because he's prepared for any scenario.
I was like, give a penny, take a penny, like take one, use one.
Yeah.
That's
Season
fair.
1 Buck was like, no babies.
Season 9 Buck, the plan B has been replaced by just packets of lube.
Exactly.
Like, I'm prepared. Gets hot in there too, so it starts spilling. Like, no,
Ugh.
gross. Anyway, Hen and Bobby.
Ken and Bobby.
I love how awkward, again, Buck makes this entire moment
He really
because
does.
Hen and Bobby are being awkward in the station kitchen, just having like a little awkward dance around each other. And Buck delivers a classic oft gift line of, "It's a
Yeah.
beautiful day, Henrietta, my love. Call me Henrietta one more time," and you're going over the balcony. And then he goes to Bobby. "Bobby, oh captain, my handsome captain."
And he's just having a really nice day. And
Buck is having a
Hen-
great day and everyone else is mad.
everyone else is having a bad day. And he's just like, you know what? It's fine because I met a woman and her mother, and
Yeah.
I didn't have sex with either of them.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
Congrats, bud.
He is just off in his own world. Yep. So we have a, little tiff with, not even a tiff, it's just cold shoulder, which Buck notices, like, "Oh, it's cold in here," because he's a little bitch. But they don't get to deal with it because the alarm goes off. The tones go. And just a classic, stupid, silly call.
We miss those.
This is one of my
bad.
favorite kinds. Stupid, fun, silly. Has no nothing. It's just a dude stuck in one of those big car wash brushes. I love it. It's so dumb.
Sometimes they just get stuck.
Sometimes you just get stuck in something and you need 911 to rescue you. And at one point, Hen snaps at Bobby when he's going to do something. And he's like, "I'm going to be glad when Chimney gets back." Like he's not Chimney's superior.
Right.
And Buck's face in the background where he's like, "Mom and Dad are fighting." And then when they're loading up the patient, we hear Buck's insane high-pitched laughter.
It's incredible.
It's so fake, but so fun as he's watching a tape of the guy getting caught and spun around over and over. And eventually Hen and Bobby start laughing too. And it breaks the ice of watching someone else's pain and misery.
It really does. The Schadenfreude is super real. And, Hen brings Bobby outside. It's like, I haven't seen you really laugh like that ever. And Bobby's talking about, yeah, well, I've been hiding so much of myself and I want to, take you guys back because you're really important to me. And it has taken him 5 episodes to go from "we're not a family"
Mhm.
to "you are just as important as the family that I lost
Yeah.
when I made a stupid decision and lost them."
Yes. Now, there has been time before the episode started. He's been captain there like over a year.
Yeah, he's been captain there over a year. But it's been 5 calendar episodes.
Yes, it has. Before they become the 911 fire fam.
Yes, the family. Because
Yes.
they're officially the family because Bobby's like, "You're just as important to me as the family that I lost."
Crazy work, Peepaw.
Crazy work.
Yeah. And this isn't quite the end of the episode, even though it could be. We have to get introduced to one of Fandom's favorite topics, phone sex.
I love phone sex,
This
Buck.
is a foundational aspect to his sexual, not even kinks, just like what Buck likes to do in fandom.
Yeah, his sexual profile.
His profile, yes, of,
Yeah.
the yeses and nos of Buck Buckley. Abby gets a call, and it's Buck, and he is shirtless in his frat boy bed with his nest
His
of pillows.
incredibly clean as compared to the rest of
Yes.
the house frat boy bed.
Yes. And he's just like, "Did you want to have sex with me?" Because that's how you start conversations.
Sure, why not?
And she's like, "Well, yeah.
Duh.
Hello." And he's like, "You said we could only talk on the phone. I'm in bed. You're in bed. Ergo, ipso facto,
Phone
phone
sex.
sex. I've done the math. I didn't go to college, but I have done the math. So we're doing this. And thus began 9 years of Evan Buckley phone sex fix.
And a blessing to each and every one of your houses who's written it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been like, we haven't seen him laying back shirtless with a phone in his hand ever since.
I
And
mean,
the
this
parallel of then and
Mhm.
now would be incredible.
Correct.
This scene made me want to go find fic for them.
Do
So that
it.
makes me kinda happy that it continues, but also I'm guessing I probably won't enjoy the insinuations as much with future.
I mean, it's all Buddy.
Okay. I thought
I
you were
mean, I'm
implying
sure
there's
the
an
other
act.
guy is involved,
Yeah.
but I've blocked that out into oblivion.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that there are because Buck has had a number of, a number of experiences in the last 9 seasons. So I am certain
Yeah.
that Buck and Abby is not the only phone sex fic
True,
that
yeah.
you'll find
I think
out there.
every Buck pairing has a collection.
Probably, yeah.
Yep. And the RPF.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's all there.
It's all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, phone sex Buck is deeply important to me.
It's ingrained into the fic. Because it's canonical.
It is
I mean, it's
canonical.
happened once, but it's canonical.
Still, it doesn't have to happen again. It should,
It's
but
really
it doesn't
funny
have to.
what parts of a character's development or their character becomes like the thing that everyone does. Like he has phone
Yeah.
sex once and it's like, oh no, that's it. That's the thing we're all gonna do.
That's it.
He's never getting off the line. His phone bill. Imagine if you still had to pay by the minute.
Oh gosh.
Oh, wow.
He would be baroque.
Yes.
He would. That's where his credit score went.
If it was 2004, this bitch would be baroque. He would have to
Like-
call after 7 every time.
Yes, every time. It's like 7:04,
Or she
like,
would,
hey,
she would have to call him. So it was her
Yeah.
minutes.
those are minutes.
Ugh. He's trying to like text sex, but he's doing the old keyboard, like do 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 do. Takes him forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. Truly incredible.
So we have our Bobby backstory dump.
We do.
Yep.
And we're setting up Hen, and they reminded us that Chimney isn't gone.
It's crazy how little Chimney there is. I forgot.
Correct. I did. I forget
forgot
about
he
Chimney when he's
existed.
not in front of me in season
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. And there was a question somewhere, I don't know if it was in like the 911 Reddit or somewhere of just being like, did he not have like a full season pickup? Like, where's Chimney?
Where is he?
And I was like, that's actually a good question. It's like, I don't
I don't know
know.
where he is. I'm confused.
I don't know where Chimney is. You gotta let me know. But yeah, where's Chimney? Yeah, it's sad. But he is not here.
So, Mandy, what are you thinking? How's it going?
I'm thinking I love Abby and I love Buck and Abby, and they are my favorite. I think I don't like Bobby very much yet. I couldn't
He has
quite.
committed some crimes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Literally,
he has.
he killed a lot of people.
He
did.
He did.
I am not warmed to him yet, but I fucking love Hen and Karen. I love Karen
Yes.
especially.
Same.
Like Hen, I was like immediately frustrated with, like obviously based on her actions in the episode,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but like frustrated in like kind of a fond way. But yeah, I love Karen, and hearing she's an
Excellent.
astrophysicist definitely like damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. There's
She's the
times where
best.
I'm like, could we have a little more Karen?
Yeah, for real.
But yeah,
like,
Bobby,
true.
I don't know. He does not feel like it was not a one episode redemption for me.
I don't think it's meant to be.
No, I agree. I wouldn't say that it would be meant to be.
Yeah, I think for me that also like the fact that I was still very caught up on like how many hundred people.
Mm.
So the end scene with like Hen and the family vibes didn't quite hit me the same way. I was kind of just like, but she doesn't know how many people you killed. Like,
Yes.
feel like that would make a that's a lot.
It would make an impact.
Yeah.
That kind of news.
It would.
Yeah, which makes, for me, it makes Bobby's worries all the more relevant. It's one of those, they need to trust me with their
Mhm.
lives, and I'm about to tell them that they can't,
Yeah.
or at least that they couldn't.
Mhm.
I do also think, and I said this before, I think that if this storyline were stretched out, if it weren't 5 episodes in and we're getting this, I might also be a little more invested in like, "Oh, I really want B to, like, get through this," and I'm, like, confident he will because I know how the fandom feels about him. But 5 episodes in, like, I didn't get to like him enough first before this reveal.
Yeah.
It is interesting how, like,
Yeah.
the time crunch is
Mhm.
important. Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
rewrite
and
it. Let's get them to rewrite it.
Yeah.
I think also this is one of those things that really does benefit from a week by week
Yeah.
Yeah.
airing, is that by this time it is 5 episodes, but it's also been 5 weeks.
Well, technically for me, it's been the same because 'cause I'm
It's true.
watching it before we record every time, so I
It's
haven't watched ahead.
true. So it has been 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then never mind.
Yeah. But I don't know, given how much the fandom loves him, I'm sure I will come around. I'm just
Maybe.
yeah, they're
Maybe.
packing a lot into a few episodes, and I feel like, yeah, I need a little more time to digest, like, his dynamic with everyone on the team for it to matter as much as it does to you guys.
It does ask a lot of the viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I no longer remember what I felt the first time
Mhm. Well, it's
to be
also
like,
kind of the angle that, like, he is saying, "I did this really bad thing. It killed a lot of people in the past. You have to trust me now, even though you know I just did this thing again that led to all the deaths last time."
mhm.
Like, he's afraid, like you were saying earlier, probably still hungover from his last bender. So the trust, not sure I feel like they should trust him right now.
Yeah. It's gonna be fresh for
Yeah.
him, and it's not fresh for him.
Yeah.
It's not fresh for Allison and I
Mhm.
because
No.
we've been living with it like it's real, but we've been living with
Longer.
it for a decade.
Yeah, you also
Well,
know how it resolves, and I actually don't. Like, this is one of the
yeah.
things that I couldn't tell you anything from this point on about his storyline.
Yeah, and I think we also know a little more about his internal struggle
Mhm.
Yeah.
that hasn't come to light yet
Yeah.
of where he is with it. I still there are times even where I'm like, "Man, that's fucking crazy that happened,"
Yeah.
and he gets to
Yeah.
move on. And I mean, move on, interesting.
Mm.
And it comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does come back, but the legal and financial implications are never there, and they can't
Yeah.
this is something that 911 does where it makes this huge spectacle and then there aren't lasting implications. Never mind the little, let's shoot a character and move on, but
Mhm.
there's a tsunami and an earthquake, like, what happened to all the buildings? Are we rebuilding those? Who's does the city have the money to what happened to the, like, thousands of people who probably just died?
This is an AU where Los Angeles just has, like, a decimated
Yeah.
infrastructure budget.
Yes.
Complete I mean, there's a 7 point something earthquake, a lot of buildings go down, and then, like, the next episode, they're back. You're like, "Wait a minute."
Like,
Yeah, it's like, "It's
education,
cool, we're fine."
non-existent. Yeah.
And I
That's
mean, because it's a network TV show, you can't linger on that, but there would have been
yeah.
which is kind of I mean, that's the shame of a network TV show that doesn't have the budget, because there is something fast about, okay, in 1 episode, all these buildings go down. What about the next episode where they have to go to an emergency and they can't get around the rubble?
Oh,
Or the water's down for 2 months and the
Mhm.
electricity is down. I mean, there is a whole episode about electricity being down, but it lasts for months because there's been a
yeah.
fucking 8.0 earthquake. Like, that doesn't go away immediately. So they do these huge things and then it just kinda stops. And you're like, "Okay, but the, like, lingering effects are so interesting." And
Yeah.
they can't do it because of the money, or they don't want to, because that's not the fun part.
Which
The fun part is moving on to the next thing, right? The fun part
but
isn't
ramifications,
yeah.
long-term storytelling is not as
The
fun.
long-term ramifications for me are more interesting in a storytelling kinda way, but this isn't The
Uh-huh.
Last of Us, it's not The Walking Dead, but not being able to access the next patient because there's a fucking building in the highway, that's kind of interesting. I don't know. They caused the earthquake, I didn't. You gave me an episode with an earthquake, I didn't do that, you did that. You shot that man in the shoulder, now he can't use his arm, that's on you, that's not on me.
That's on you.
You did that. Now you give him consequences. You did it. You crush that man with a fire truck. That's on you.
That's on you.
You take his leg. I didn't do it. You did it. Now you're asking me to think everything's fine? No. No, sir. I twon't. But yeah, lasting consequences would be nice, but not in this show. Everything's fine in 911. What was it? Not Nashville, the other one. Lone Star. Didn't it end with like a meteor?
I don't one of the seasons, I think.
Yeah, wasn't there a meteor that crashed? Both shows had meteors, but with different oh, yeah, okay. I still have to finish it. I never finished Lone Star. Anyway.
Nose hair is always perfect. Abby's.
Abby Clark.
This is factually true.
Gray hair. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
She had the messy, been awake, crying all night look today, and I was like, damn, hair still looks good.
I know.
Yeah, that side braid she had during the phone sex scene, I was like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. There's no denying that she's got some of the best hair on the show.
Correct.
And it is missed when it is gone.
Karen also has
Karen's
phenomenal
great
hair.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I could rock a shaved head like Hen, incredible.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
easy. I love it. Yeah,
And she's got it. It works so well for her.
It does.
When I put hair in a too tight a ponytail and that shape of my head shows up, no.
Oh yeah.
No.
When my hair gets flat, I'm just like, whoa.
Oh no. No. Some people can pull it off. I'm not one of those people.
I'm just like, that is all forehead. My head is too big. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Great. There's no crossovers yet. We're still early. We got time. Okay. Well, that is point of origin. This is Bobby's origin story. Most of it, some of it. But we will return to it. She comes back time and again. Any last thoughts? Last looks before we disappear.
And that's what you missed in the women's correctional facility?
Ouch.
You've been listening to 911 on the Rocks, a Fandom on the Rocks podcast. For more episodes, including Pack Dynamics and Glee on the Rocks, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you get your podcasts. To support the pod, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Fandom on the Rocks. Subscribers get early access, unbelievably long mini episodes, and even a postcard or two. Hang out with us on the internet, on Tumblr, TikTok, and Instagram at Fandom on the Rocks. We'll talk to you later, but until then, don't say the Q word, okay?